This is Tracey Marshall from Travels with Tracey, and we are traveling through the Middle Ages. Paris is a lovely city. One of my favorite excursions in Paris is Montmartre. And I'd never been there before, saw the lovely white church up on the hill, and thought to myself, one of these days I'm going to go there. And let me tell you, it was a very, very great experience. I would highly recommend it. It's very scenic with little cobblestone streets. It's an artist community. Kind of bohemian in a way, has a lot of cafes and drinking fountains that are found in the street. It has its own type of charm, very removed from that hustle bustle of central Paris. It's more quiet, still, just very charming. We had a wonderful guide. Her name was Audrey. You can contact me for more information in regards to her. She was fantastic, gave you all kinds of little interesting anecdotes about some of the artists and showed us their houses. We saw Pablo Picasso, where he used to go and give some of his artwork in exchange for drinks and food at a cabaret. And that was a really interesting tale. Before he was famous, he would draw sketches, give them to the owner. The owner finally was upset and said, Pablo, come on, I need money here. You're not famous. You're giving me these sketches. I'm just throwing them away. This is useless. And then, of course, Pablo goes out, gets famous, comes back to that same cabaret. And this time the owner is like, Pablo, where have you been? I love you so much. Come on in. I'll give you our great wine and great food, and you can tell me your story, and just make sure you give me a sketch before you leave. And Pablo does. He talks to him. He gives him a sketch, but he doesn't sign his name. So the owner says, wait, Pablo, I need you to sign your name. And Pablo says, nope, my name wasn't good enough before, and it's not good enough now. So he walked out, much to the chagrin of the owner, who had thrown probably hundreds of Pablo's sketches in the trash. And I thought that was an amusing story. We also saw where Van Gogh lived with his brother, and just a few really interesting things to see. Of course, the Moulin Rouge. There are two existing windmills out of numerous windmills that used to be there, but there are two that still remain. And then we ended our tour at the Sacré-Cœur, which is just beautiful. Big white church, gives you a wonderful view of the city because you're up on top of the hill, and you can really take some exciting photographs of Paris, the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, all of the exciting things to see. So it really, it's delightful and a must-see. Thanks for listening to my podcast, Traveling Through the Middle Ages. Be sure to check out the podcast notes for more information about this episode, along with my contact information. Find out more about me, the podcast, and how I can help you with your next dream destination on my website at travelswithtracey.com. That's travelswithtracey, TRACEY.com. Thank you.
This is Michelle Wilson, host of the Business Inspires podcast from the Tri-Village Chamber Partnership. To run a successful business, you need resources, valuable connections, and community recognition. In each episode of the Business Inspires podcast, we talk with small business community leaders who will inspire you to create the business you are envisioning. Find out more about the Business Inspires podcast at chamberpartnership.org/podcast.
Circle270media.com.